Welcome to my channel. I am Titán86. In this channel, we're going to be doing lots of unboxings, reviews from animes, movies, design of the box, design of the figure, the options that come with it, the expressions, everything that's included in it. We will be covering everything. Statues, figures, cards, name it, and we'll probably have a video based on that. Don't forget to leave your like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for joining me on this new adventure. Now, let's start the show. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Titán86, and for today I have a new video from Aniplex, the BUZZmod figure line. I have Inosuke from Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba. This follows the third installment of our Halloween series of videos. So this is the video number 3. Looking at the rear, it just gives you more layouts of what's included in the box. And here you can see it also comes in with his 3 underlings. If you guys remember from the Mugen Saga, when he was in the dream world, he basically had the other 3 characters as his sidekicks. Looking at the front of the box, you have a picture of Inosuke. And looking through the window, you can clearly see the figure and all its content that is inside in the box. The first blister pack comes with Inosuke, the Nichiren swords, his expressions, as well as his hand gestures. The second one comes in with his underlings, the little mat for him to kneel on, and the 2 legs to swap him out to show him in the kneeling pose. One thing on the packaging, if you look closely on the section that's holding the expression, if you look at it closely, you see that they put like a giant piece of tape to basically hold them all together into the blister pack. I don't know why you would do that, probably just as a savings, but to me that's kind of really crappy, because if the adhesion is really strong and the paint's not that good, you're gonna end up peeling it off. So to me, and this one, BUZZmod and Aniplex, this is not really good execution of the product. Plus, what am I supposed to do once I'm done? Put the tape back on? Come on now, think about it. This time, unlike last time when I opened the Tanjiro one, if you guys remember, I didn't have any instructions, but this one actually does come with a few of them. So I don't know what this piece is, but I guess we'll find out later on. Here it kind of shows you how to swap the head and the hands. And then at the bottom it talks about the underlings as well as how to swap the legs. This is Inosuke's 360 of the figure. Interestingly enough, I somewhat thought that the boar head was kind of gonna be put on over his face or something. But if you split it open, there's nothing in there, so the head is pretty much hollow. Unlike the other BUZZmod figures, Inosuke doesn't have any cloth. Even the belt furry thing is not real, it's soft plastic or PVC. So basically the whole entire figure and everything that you saw earlier is all PVC plastic. The little spikes coming off between his knees and his ankles are really sharp. So this is our 3rd video from this Halloween installment line that I'm doing here. And Kimetsu no Yaiba is a perfect example, since they're out there slaying demons every day and all that stuff. So it lines up with the Halloween theme here. Especially Inosuke, since he's already in a disguise wearing that boar head. So this one perfectly fits into our lineup that we're doing here today. Now let's see what kind of articulations we're getting with Inosuke. So starting with the head, this is kind of what I was showing you. It's pretty much hollow, and it comes off pretty easy as well. So that's something that I'm not liking so far. It doesn't retain that well, but without a doubt, it gives you this. It does tell you need to remove this ballpoint. So this is the piece that was attached to the neck. So I was trying to snap the back piece and the whole thing came off. But looking like in the instructions were saying, this piece needs to come out so you can swap it out with the other head. Honestly, this is just a really crappy design. They could have did this so much better than having you mess with the ball joints. They could have just gave you like a face swap, kind of like the Senseiya figures do. But honestly, I hope they improve on this or in the future, or don't use this same technique, because this is just really crappy. There's a good chance that I'm probably gonna end up breaking this piece. Has got the cut line there from where it's supposed to bend, so it's only halfway of the stem there. So hopefully I don't snap it off here, because it's really tight to get out. And like I was saying, it was a lot easier to get this piece off the head. I think for him to do it this way, they should have just given you more of these little pinion things, just so you can just pop them off the neck and just add the new one in, versus trying to recycle this piece and having you pop it off the section right here. Yeah, this is just a crappy design, because even in the other boar head, if you see it, it's got the same technique there. So yeah, this is just gonna be, this is not gonna go well. So yeah, it's kind of crappy there from the design point. So here I swapped out the head with his actual head, his human head. So let's see how much movement you gain. So you get more range of the back and forth. You get way more. So his flexibility or articulation does increase when you swap it out with his actual head. So you can just see that this is just really a crappy design, honestly. I can't emphasize that. But yeah, you do get more articulation there. And now he can actually look to the sides. Up and down. He can turn. I still don't know if the neck can flex here. I do see the ball joint there, so the neck should be able to flex as well. And maybe I gotta take the head off just to see it. Maybe it's just the head that is too flexible there. So you can just take it off. Let's find out. It does, but it's not that easy. Yeah, and we just decapitated our star here. Another thing to note here is the holes that he's got on his fur belt, or I don't even know what to call this. His little fur belt, I guess that's what I'm gonna call it. That's where the knitting swords would get attached to. So if you noticed it, when it's in the sheath, it's got this little this little pole looking thing. So that's what would go there to attach it. While not in use, this is what this piece is for. Is you're supposed to cut these little sections off. Technically, you would take them out and you would insert it from the back side. So as you see here, it would basically, it's got the little section for it to cover it up. So this little piece would poke through it and it will match the rest of the shape there. So then it will just be a little piece sticking out there to give the impression that it's fall through. Here's a close-up of it, so you can kind of see how it's got the little details there. So it's got them labeled right and left. So I'm not going to detach them, because obviously these things would get lost pretty quickly here. Here's a close-up of the 4 expressions that Inosuke comes with. Starting from the left, he's got the angry boar expression. The second one's got the action expression where he's probably yelling. The third one's got him smiling with that, I don't know, he kind of looks perverted there. And the last one's just got the regular normal expression. And also you can see a close-up of the sheath and the ninja sword that he's got. One thing to note here is if you look at the cut line for the boar heads between the back of the head and the rest of it, you can kind of see that the lines don't really match. It's like the dimensions are slightly off, which could explain why the pieces keep coming off pretty easily. You can clearly see a gap right through there. Here I have Inosuke busting through the scene. He just came from jumping straight out from the air. He's got his 2 ninja swords here. As he landed ready to attack. I gave him the expression where he's showing his happy side or his happy face. but he still got that I don't know, it's just something about this expression that is a little bit off. It's like devious and he's smiling. If you like what you see, and don't forget to leave your like and subscribe to the channel as well as share it. And keep in mind, this is video number 3 from the Halloween series that I'm doing here, and you can always tell it by the like and subscribe button that is black and orange, following the Halloween theme. One thing that is unique to Inosuke is his Nichiren swords. As soon as he gets them, he uses rocks to kind of give him that sharp, jagged look like a saw. So he purposely breaks his sword just to get those little grooves that you see here. So that's a pretty good detail that is captured in this particular figure.
It's Inosuke Hashibira! Don't you forget it!
In this scene, Inosuke is running down the mountains ready to strike. I gave them the action expression, and he's got the 2 swords right there ready to strike as he's running down the mountain. That is a really detailed expression there. I really like the details on his Nichiren swords. They look really amazing. And same thing for the shading on his hair, where it starts with the black, then it transitions to a dark navy blue. They captured that pretty well as well. Overall, so far I haven't seen any major flaws with the figure. The only thing that I didn't like was what I mentioned to you guys earlier, the way they did the whole face swapping, where it's not an actual true head and you gotta take out that pinion. But other than that, the figure looks fantastic. He is a bit difficult to balance though.
Beast breathing! Fifth day! Blazing cunning!
Here I have Inosuke flying through the air ready to slice some demons in half. Here he's got the boar mask on, and he's flying through mid-air ready to slice a demon in half. I used the stand just to get that air effect. Obviously the figure didn't come with one, so I had to borrow one from another collection line. I don't know why, but Inosuke is always flying through the air every time he fights and attacks. Either he's got low ground attacks or he's flying through the air. In this scene I have Inosuke holding his swords with the angry boar expression. I don't know, his swords are pretty cool. I really like the way they look, and they're really shiny the way they got designed here by BUZZmod. I did cave in and added the 2 little caps that came with it. Early on I know I said I wasn't going to add them, but I just went on ahead because most of his scenes and everything is mostly holding the swords. He has very few scenes where the swords are just wrapped up on his sides. Plus, it's not hard for him to snap in and off, so here you can kind of see what they will look like if you snap them in. I still wish they would have did something better with the fur belt. It would have been nice if it was actual, you know, kind of like that fake fur, since the whole point of the BUZZmod figure lines is that it has actual cloth. For example, Tanjiro and all the other ones, the cloth is made out of real stuff. On this one, it would have followed the same trend if it actually had real fur on it, but like synthetic fur, kind of like those puffy coats that have the fur lining on the hood. That would have been better on this figure here. Then you wouldn't have to worry about covering the 2 holes that you see on the sides. But overall, he's got some good, amazing details here.
'Cause Lord Inosuke is coming through!
One thing that's cool about this packaging is that Inosuke does come with his 3 underlings. So this is underling number 1, also known as Panjiro, which is basically a fox. I don't even know, probably like a fox or a bear or whatever. I don't know, it's like a squirrel actually. Looks like a squirrel form of Tanjiro. So this is, if you remember from the Mugen track, this when he was dreaming, this is one of his underlings that was with him. So here you have Panjiro. This one is underling number 2, which is Shinichi. Here he was called Shitsu, and I think he's got more of the form of the rat by looking at the tail. So I wonder if this is how Inosuke sees the other 3 characters. This is underling number 3. This is Nezuko as a rabbit. I don't think she had a nickname from looking and trying to remember back from the movie or the series. So you had Panjiro, Shinichi as Shitsu, and you had Nezuko. I don't think she had a nickname. So Tanjiro was a squirrel, Shinichi was a rat, and Nezuko was a rabbit. Inosuke does have a crazy imagination here. In this scene, I have Inosuke with the swords in his sheath. Honestly, I don't think it's a sheath. I think he just had them wrapped up in bandages, really. So he had the bandages act like a sheath when he was not using them. So I have him attached to both sides towards his hip, and then I have his underlings right behind him as he's looking above, ready to lead them on to the next battle as they fight that bug-looking train. If you like what you're seeing, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And let me know, what do you think about these 3 underlings? Underling 1, 2, and 3. I think they're great additions to the figure to complement Inosuke. And it makes me wonder just how he views them.
There he is, all right. Underling, go get him! You got it, boss man! Hey, you! Don't fall behind, Underling 3!
In this scene, I'm recreating the first encounter when Tanjiro and Inosuke met for the first time. Here's kinda that big kick that Inosuke gave Tanjiro on the head and basically just face planted him into the earth. Or Tanjiro. If you like what you're seeing, don't forget to leave your like and subscribe to the channel as well as share it. I believe the fuss was over Inosuke wanted to kill Nezuko, who was in the box, and Shinichi was basically protecting her from him. So that's when Tanjiro came back outside and he got really mad, and then they started fighting each other. As discussed in the anime, Inosuke is very flexible, where basically he can maneuver his body to any shape for the most part that he wants. So he's very flexible and nimble. And especially that big comment he mentioned where he could basically sneak into any hole as long as his head can fit, he can make his whole body fit through it. So that kind of just shows more of his beast style likeness, where he acts more like a boar than an actual person.
How is he this flexible? It doesn't even seem human!
So the figure does come with, like I mentioned earlier, with the sitting pose where he's sitting down. I think this is a typical tradition from the BUZZmod figures. So just to show you what articulation you can get out of these is you can rotate it, and that's pretty much it really. It does have a little movement up and down, as you see here, and then you just have the rotation. It does come in locked here, so you can kind of see where the toes are supposed to be. And then looking at the pad, obviously you know that's Inosuke's. So I didn't know they have them somewhat, I guess, matching the character's feet. So technically it should neatly fit into those crevices, and we'll see. In this scene, I have Inosuke with the menacing happy face, and here he's sitting down and he's really pumped to go up to the next mission. So I put the two Nichiren swords in the wraps, and I also put the boar head there, since technically he's supposed to be relaxing talking with the other guys, and he's just really pumped for the next mission. So he's got his fist up in the air, he's already flexing and ready to jump and get into action. One thing that I saw this figure has as an improvement over the Tanjiro one is that the ball joints for the hips, for the legs, they actually had oil in them, so it made them a lot easier to slide them on and off, unlike Tanjiro.
Use your chopsticks!
In this scene, I have Inosuke and Tanjiro working together as tag team when they were fighting the spider demons. Here he's using Tanjiro's back and box as a booster, so he can get at the same height as the demon's neck so he can slice it off. This is all I have for you guys today. If you like what you're seeing, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as well as share the video. Also, let me know what you think about this fantastic figure from BUZZmod. Like I said earlier, I like everything that they put into it as far as the design wise goes, and the articulations and the details. The only thing I had the problem with was with the boar head. It just wouldn't stay on, like the faceplate would just easily pop off, and I didn't like how they executed the whole attachment features of the head either. I think they could have did it a lot better. But overall, it's a pretty good figure to have in your collection. Let me know what you guys think. And you can't really complain about the 3 bonus figures that you got here from the Mugen Train arc, where he's coming with his 3 underlings. So that just makes this package even better. So I will see you on the next Halloween edition video, which will be video number 4 on this Halloween saga. Thank you and bye.